Hello and welcome to Freya's tropical garden. It's October and it's not going to be long before winter is upon us, but for now I'm going to make the most of the garden while it's still looking good. Now here's what we've got coming up for you on today's episode. I bring you temperate and tropical carnivorous plants from Kew Gardens. I show you how apps can be useful when overwintering plants. There's the draw for my last competition, as well as my new competition to win a Strelitzia. But first of all, here's what's changed in my garden since the last episode. October has brought plenty more rain, colder weather, and beautiful autumnal colours. I love the colours at this time of year when I'm out and about. But in my own garden, it is, of course, the start of a steady decline into winter. A lot of these plants probably won't die back for a month or two, but that doesn't stop the straggly brown appearance from starting to emerge. Although some plants like my hostas are done for this year, it is still too early to consider overwintering a lot of my plants. And as you can see, my Ensete banana is still very happy out here. This can survive drops below 0 degrees C, so you see there is no rush to get it indoors. My Strelitzias are still fine outside too. And my less hardy Musa varieties like Nono and Hilltop. Where plants are struggling is more because of all the rain that we've had. And I am now bringing in the house plants that just go outdoors for summer, like my ZZ plant. Don't forget, you can check out my previous videos on overwintering plants, and the links are in the description. For now though, there has still been several plants flowering through October. My Hedychium densiflorum is a beautiful hardy ginger which produces these lovely apricot flowers from late summer to early autumn. It has lush green tropical foliage that grows about 1.5 meters tall. It prefers partial shade and moist, well-draining soil. Alstroemeria indicantia Bryce flowers from May to October and is still looking good now. Although this hasn't produced as many flowers this year since I divided it, they are no less stunning. This is also hardy, growing best in full sun or partial shade. My Salvia amistad has been flowering throughout this month, with these stunning deep purple tubular flowers that will continue to be produced until the first frosts. Salvia hot lips flowers from May to October, with these stunning two-toned blooms. My Salvia Bethelii is a little late flowering this year, but its gorgeous pink blooms are nearly ready to open. These varieties are generally hardy to around -5 degrees C and will need mulch to help protect them, or you can lift them or take cuttings to preserve them over winter. Trichurtis macropoda, or the toad lily, is one of my favourites at this time of year. The flowers are small but unusual. Although I am growing this one in a pot, it would look amazing if planted in the ground, in a shady spot, where it would multiply and produce many of these lovely flowers. It's hardy too. My Begonia Santa Cruz is happily still flowering in its pot. This came back each year in the ground, but will probably need to be kept somewhere frost-free now that it's in a pot. My Abutilon hot orange lava is another plant that's survived outdoors in the ground for me in the past. However, now it's in a pot, I will be bringing it indoors just to make sure that it's okay over winter. My cannas are still flowering through October. Canna patens doesn't flower as vigorously at this time of year, but it still produces the odd flower. While my pink canna is probably looking the best it has all year. My Canna tropicana is still producing these lovely tall orange flowers, as is my Canna Russian red. My red flowering canna is only just producing its first flowers of the year, but I think that's because it's grown from a small amount of rhizome that was left in the ground from when I dug it up last year. As did this Canna Russian red, which hasn't flowered. and this Carnivorous Folia, which has not reached its normal height. Tradescantia limelight is a striking trailing plant that has been producing these tiny white flowers. I grow several varieties of Tradescantia, like this Scilla montana with furry leaves, and Tradescantia blushing bride with beautiful variegated foliage. Most Tradescantia are not hardy and will be kept as houseplants, but my Tradescantia purpurea has come back from the ground level in the past, and the blushing bride is also a variety that can survive a UK South Coast winter, so I will be testing this year. My Manahawk greyarmii is a beautiful and unusual plant, related to the plant from which we get tapioca. Its deeply lobed leaves make it much sought after, but it is difficult to grow in its first 2 years. I've grown mine from seed, and this will be the first year that I've tried to leave it outdoors. It's hardy to around -5 degrees C, possibly as much as -12, but there are varying reports. Its leaves will die back, and I will protect it with fleece, and if it's cut back by a harsh winter, it may regrow from ground level. Of course, some plants, like my Acacia dealbata, are already producing buds ready to flower early next year, provided we don't get a particularly harsh winter. Now it's competition time, and we've got the draw for my last competition, as well as a new competition for you to enter. In last month's competition, I gave viewers a chance to win one of these 3 plants that I grow. There were 11 entries into this competition, and I'm going to be drawing the winners using the Wheel of Names. There will be 3 winners drawn, and the first name drawn will choose their plant, provided they email me within 1 week. Good luck to everyone who entered. And the first winner is Palms Exotics UK. Congratulations, Palms Exotics UK. You will get the first choice of plant. And the second winner is Steve Rowland. Congratulations, Steve. You will get the second choice. And the final winner today is Jennifer Reynolds. Congratulations, Jennifer. You'll get the third plant. Congratulations to all the winners. Please email me at freyastropicalgarden@gmail.com to claim your prize. Thank you to everyone who entered, and if you didn't win this time, there's another competition next. In the last competition of this year, I'll be giving away a Strelitzia reginae and a Strelitzia nicolai to 2 winners, and again, the first name drawn will be able to pick their plant. Strelitzia are known as bird of paradise plants with spectacular flowers and make lovely houseplants, growing well outdoors through the warmer months. They're easy to look after, although it can take many years for them to produce flowers, and nicolai is usually grown more for its larger size, flowering more rarely in the UK. To enter this competition, simply comment below to confirm that you live in the UK. The competition closes on the 14th of November, and the draw will take place in episode 11 of Freya's Tropical Garden. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. And good luck to everyone who enters. Next up, we're going to take a look at the carnivorous plants in Kew's Princess of Wales Conservatory. Nestled in the heart of London, Kew Gardens spans over 300 acres and houses the world's largest and most diverse botanical collection. Amongst its treasures is the Princess of Wales Conservatory, Opened in 1987 by Princess Diana and named in honour of Princess Augusta, who founded Kew in the 18th century. This architectural marvel contains 10 climate-controlled zones. This video will focus on the temperate and tropical carnivorous plant zones. The temperate carnivorous zone focuses on carnivorous plants that have adapted to temperate climates. These plants typically grow in nutrient-poor soils and have evolved mechanisms to trap and digest insects. Conditions are cooler and less humid than the tropical zone, reflecting their native habitats. Pinguicula tina is a hybrid butterwort bred from Mexican species. It's a small carnivorous plant with bright green sticky leaves that lie in a flat rosette shape, catching tiny insects such as fruit flies. In spring and summer it grows delicate lilac flowers, and in winter it goes dormant, looking dry or papery. Keep in a shallow tray of water in the warmer months and drier in winter. Dionaea muscipula is a Venus flytrap. Venus flytraps are native to America and are carnivorous plants with traps that snap shut when triggered by movement. They need full sun and should be watered with rainwater only. Plants should be left standing in rainwater at all times in the warmer months and allowed to go dormant in cooler temperatures around 5 degrees C in winter. Here there are several varieties of Drosera, including Drosera micrantha, or the pygmy sundew, which is native to Australia. It is a tiny, compact sundew with sticky leaves forming a rosette. It produces baby plantlets that spread easily. Drosera filiformis, or the thread-leaved sundew, is native to the USA and has tall thread-like leaves covered in sticky hairs. They can reach up to 30 centimetres and produce pink flowers. Drosera latifolia is a variety native to Brazil. It is a broadleaf sundew with flat rosettes. It's less common in cultivation, and this variety needs warmth all year round. Drosera capensis, or the Cape sundew, is native to South Africa and has strap-like leaves that curl around its prey. It forms pink flowers and is very hardy and fast-growing, making it ideal for beginners. Drosera trinervia, or the three-nerved sundew, is native to South Africa. It is a compact variety which has small rosettes with 3 veined leaves and grows naturally in acidic wetlands. Drosera prefer bright indirect light, should be stood in rainwater in the warmer months, and do not need fertilizing as they'll get their nutrients from the insects they eat. There are also several Sarracenia or pitcher plants here. Sarracenia are native to the USA, where they grow naturally in bogs and wet grasslands and are generally hardy or semi-hardy. Sarracenia flava, or the yellow trumpet pitcher, has tall yellow-green pitchers with red throat markings. Its bold vertical pitchers make it a popular variety. Sarracenia leucophylla, or the white-top pitcher, has tall pitchers with dramatic white tops and red veins. It grows well in late season and has a particularly showy appearance. Sarracenia morii is a hybrid with flava's height and leucophylla's white veining. It's often pink, red or white, providing striking colour mix and vigorous growth. Sarracenia juthotips sopa is a compact hybrid with pink-red pitchers and green veining. It's an RHS award winner as a small, colourful and clump-forming variety. Sarracenia purpurea venosa, or the southern purple pitcher, has short, wide pitchers with thick lips and a hairy texture. Sarracenia minor ocyphenochiensis, or the hooded pitcher, has tall, slender pitchers with a hooded lid and white spots. It has a hidden trap entrance and is spotted for camouflage. Sarracenia rubra, or the sweet pitcher plant, has slender pitchers with a sweet scent and reddish tones. Its subtle beauty and fragrant nectar are what make this one stand out. Sarracenia purpurea, or the purple pitcher plant, is a low-growing variety with purple pitchers that collect rainwater. Sarracenia prefer to grow in full sun, in a cool greenhouse or bog garden. They should be watered with rainwater only and kept sitting in water in the warmer months. They prefer an acidic, peaty soil and should not be fertilised. Allow temperatures to cool in winter as the plant dies back during dormancy. The tropical carnivorous zone houses many exotic plants, from the dangling monkey cups to humid-loving bromeliads. Just be warned that if you are visiting during hot weather, the temperatures in here can be stifling. There are several varieties of Nepenthes, or monkey cups, which are native to Borneo and the Philippines. These are not hardy plants and require high temperatures and humidity. Nepenthes ventricosa is a hardier species that prefers cool nights but should not be kept below 10 degrees C. It has smooth, vase-shaped pitchers in red or green tones. It is an easier to grow variety with elegant curves. Nepenthes truncata has large, dramatic pitchers with a wide mouth and short body. It can reach massive sizes with pitchers over 40 centimetres long. Nepenthes lowii ventricosa is a hybrid with flared peristome or rim and an upward-facing lid. Its sculptural pitchers have relatively good indoor tolerance. Nepenthes veitchii has fuzzy striped peristome or rim with upright pitchers and a distinctive lip. It grows epiphytically on trees in the wild, growing with a climbing habit. Of course, it's not just carnivorous plants growing here. Some other plants you can see in this zone include Echmea brevicollis, or the short-necked bromeliad, which is native to Brazil. It has long, narrow, serrated leaves, which may have reddish edges depending on the light, and flowers with bright red, pink, or orange bracts. It can grow up to 60 centimetres tall and produces offsets for easy propagation. It prefers to grow in bright, indirect light and water the soil when the top half is dry. Begonia van Kerkhovenii is native to the tropical rainforests of Gabon and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It has deep green to bronze leaves with a metallic sheen and magenta edges, while flowers are tiny, delicate yellow blooms. It's an ideal plant for terrariums or small indoor setups tolerating low light. Keep soil consistently moist but never soggy, and keep humidity above 65%. Begonia ricinifolia immense is a hybrid begonia created from South American species, commonly called the immense begonia due to its massive leaves, which can grow up to 45 centimetres wide. They have a crinkled texture and leathery feel. It grows best in bright, indirect light, keeping soil evenly moist but not soggy, and in moderate to high humidity. It prefers loose, well-draining mix with perlite or orchid bark. Alocasia lauterbachiana is often called purple sword alocasia due to its long, upright leaves with purple undersides. It's native to Papua New Guinea and can grow up to 60 to 90 centimetres tall indoors. It prefers bright, indirect light, water when the top 2 to 3 centimetres of soil feels dry, and reduce watering in winter. Sonorilla cantonensis is native to the tropical rainforests of Southeast Asia. It has small, velvety and deep green leaves with metallic tones, often with pink or purple undersides and tiny pink blooms. Grow in bright, indirect light water weekly when the top inch feels dry, and use rainwater or filtered water if possible. Amorphophallus bulbifer, or the bulb-bearing voodoo lily, or devil's tongue, is native to India, Bangladesh, and Southeast Asia. It has large umbrella-like leaves with a single stalk and divided leaflets, and grows baby tubers on its leaf joints, which can be planted to grow new plants. It can reach up to 120 centimetres tall when mature, and can be grown outdoors in summer and dry stored over winter. Elaphoglossum cranitum is sometimes called the elephant ear fern and is native to the tropical rainforests of South America. It has long strap-like fronds with a leathery texture and fuzzy surface. It grows from a creeping rhizome often found on rocks or tree trunks in humid forests and can reach up to 90 centimetres tall. It prefers low to moderate indirect light, keeps soil consistently moist, and water from the base to avoid wetting the leaves. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at apps that could help you with overwintering your plants. Keeping plants alive over winter can be very stressful for gardeners, especially if you're only just starting out. I've taken a look at a variety of different apps which can help relieve some of that anxiety and put you in control of your overwintering. I've not been sponsored by any of the apps featured in this video today. The RHS Grow app is a practical tool for overwintering plants. First, you can use the plant identifier feature. Simply take a photo of your plant to confirm its species, and then you can add it to your plant collection. If you already know the name of your plant, you can simply search for it and add it. The app will show care tips based on the plant type and your location. For overwintering, it can guide you on whether to lift and store plants like dahlias and cannas, or wrap and mulch shrubs and climbers. It explains how to use fleece, straw, or hessian for insulation, and when to apply mulch to protect roots. You'll also get timely reminders, like when to move pots indoors, reduce watering, or remove wrappings in spring. If you're unsure, then use the Chat Botanist feature to ask specific questions and get instant advice based on RHS expertise. It's a reliable way to protect your garden through winter, using over 200 years of horticultural knowledge. SenCrop is a weather-based decision support app that helps to protect plants from frost and cold stress. Start by linking your garden or field to a SenCrop weather station. The app tracks temperature, humidity, wind speed, and rainfall in real time. For overwintering, activate frost alerts. These use dew point and wet bulb temperature to warn you when conditions could damage tender plants. You can set custom alerts for specific thresholds, like when temperatures drop below 2 degrees C. Use the app's forecast module to plan protective actions up to 4 days ahead, like covering plants, moving pots indoors, or adjusting irrigation. SenCrop also helps you monitor soil moisture to avoid overwintering dormant plants. If you're managing multiple areas, the app lets you switch between plots and track each one separately. It's especially useful for growers who need precise local data to make timely decisions. With SenCrop, overwintering becomes proactive, not reactive. Microsoft Copilot can guide you through overwintering step by step. For example, first you could ask Copilot which of your plants are frost sensitive. It can list common tender varieties like geraniums, begonias, or citrus, and then use Copilot to check your local hardiness zone and compare it to each plant's tolerance. If a plant won't survive outdoors, Copilot can suggest indoor alternatives like placing it near a sunny window or under grow lights. Next, you could ask Copilot how to prepare plants for indoor storage. It'll tell you how to inspect for pests, prune lightly, and reduce watering. For outdoor overwintering, Copilot can recommend mulching techniques, cloche covers, or cold frames. You can also get help identifying dormant care routines, like when to stop fertilizing or how to manage humidity. Finally, Copilot can help you set reminders for spring replanting. Just ask it to create a schedule based on your local frost dates. It's like having a gardening assistant that never sleeps. Weather and radar helps you protect plants from winter damage by giving accurate real-time forecasts. Start by checking the local temperature trend, especially overnight lows. Use the frost risk indicator to see when conditions might harm your tender plants. The app's hour-by-hour forecast helps you time protective actions like covering plants or moving pots indoors. You can also monitor wind speed and rainfall, which affect how exposed or waterlogged your garden might get. Use the radar map to track incoming cold fronts or storms. Set custom alerts for frost, snow, or freezing rain so you're notified before damage occurs. If your version doesn't support the custom thresholds, then you can still receive general frost warnings based on your location's forecast. For longer term planning, check the 14-day forecast and check when to wrap shrubs, apply mulch, or adjust watering. With weather and radar, you get the data you need to overwinter plants safely and avoid surprises. Gardenize is a smart gardening app that helps you manage overwintering with ease. Start by adding your plants to the app using the built-in database or plant ID feature. You'll get care notes tailored to each species. Then organize your garden into areas like beds, pots, or indoor zones so you know where each plant is and what it needs. For overwintering, use Gardenize to set reminders for key tasks, moving tender plants indoors, applying mulch, or wrapping shrubs. You can create custom events like cover with fleece or reduce watering, and link them to specific plants or areas. The app's calendar view helps you to plan ahead and avoid missing critical dates. You can also track progress with notes and photos, like how well a plant handled last winter. Use the inspiration feed to learn from other gardeners and save useful tips. With Gardenize, your overwintering plan stays organised, visible, and easy to follow. Trello is a visual planting tool that helps organise overwintering tasks for your garden. Start by creating a board called Overwintering Plants. Add lists for each stage like to do, in progress, and completed. Within each list, create cards for specific tasks like moving pots indoors, applying mulch, wrapping shrubs, or checking frost dates. You can attach photos of your plants, add notes about their cold tolerance, and set due dates based on your local forecast. Use labels to group plants by type, like tender perennials, bulbs, or container plants. Trello also lets you add checklists to each card so that you can track steps like inspecting for pests or adjusting watering. If you garden with others, you can share your board and assign tasks. Trello sends reminders and syncs across devices so you can stay on top of your winter prep. It's a simple way to turn overwintering into a clear, manageable plan. Planter helps you overwinter plants with personalised care based on species and local weather. Start by identifying your plant using the Plant ID feature. Once added to your garden, Planter creates a tailored care schedule using over 30 data points, including your location's climate. For overwintering, Planter sends smart reminders, like when to reduce watering, stop fertilising, or move plants indoors. If a plant looks unhealthy, the Doctor Planter tool can diagnose issues like cold stress or pest damage and suggest treatments. You can also log notes and photos to track how each plant responds to winter care. Planter's step-by-step guides explain how to wrap, insulate, or repot plants for cold protection. It's a data-driven way to keep your plants alive through winter. Grow It is designed to help you care for edible plants year-round, including overwintering. Start by adding your vegetables, fruits, or herbs to the My Garden section. The app gives tailored care tips based on your plant type and local climate. For overwintering, Grow It can help you identify which crops are frost sensitive, like tomatoes, basil, or peppers, and when to harvest or move them indoors. Use planting calendars to check frost dates and plan protective actions. The app also offers advice on soil prep, mulching, and using grow lights for indoor overwintering. If your plants show signs of stress or disease, Grow It's photo-based diagnosis tool can help you identify issues and suggest treatments. You'll also find tips on hydroponics and regrowth techniques for indoor winter growing. With Grow It, you can keep your garden productive and your plants protected, even in the cold season. Memento database lets you build a custom plant care tracker for overwintering. You can start by creating a library called Overwintering Plants. Add fields like the plant name, frost tolerance, location, and overwintering method. You can choose from over 30 field types, like checkboxes for tasks, data fields for frost alerts, and notes for care instructions. For each plant, create an entry with its overwintering plan, whether it needs to be moved indoors, mulched, or wrapped. Use reminders to schedule tasks like pruning or checking for pests. You can filter entries by location or task status to stay organised, or search using keywords. The information in your fields can also be filled in automatically using the AI feature, though you might just want to check the accuracy of the information that's being filled in. You can also sync your data across devices and export it for backup. With Memento, overwintering becomes a structured, searchable process tailored to your plants. While some of the apps I've mentioned include plant identification, if subscribing to their service, I have reviewed several plant apps in a previous video, the link's in the description, and I have chosen PlantNet here because it's free, easy to use, and with pretty good accuracy. So start by opening up the app and tapping the camera icon. Take a photo of your plant or upload an existing photo and select whether it's the leaf, the flower, or the bark. PlantNet will suggest species with a percentage of likelihood of accuracy and show photos, names, and plant families. Once identified, you can then research the frost tolerance of overwintering needs. For example, if it's a tender perennial, you'll know to move it indoors or apply mulch. You can also use PlantNet to identify weeds or invasive species that might compete with overwintering plants. Enable geolocation for more accurate results, and contribute to the citizen science by sharing your observations. The app doesn't give care instructions directly, but it's a fairly reliable first step in knowing what you're working with before planning protection. Finally, if you're looking for something a little bit more simplistic and can tolerate the frequent adverts, as there is no option to remove them, then Garden Journal enables gardeners to simply log their daily activities, including adding photos if desired. This can help, for example, track how long it's been since you last watered a plant, or learn from past mistakes if you left it too late to bring a plant indoors. Although this is very limited in terms of function, it's a nice option for people who don't want to spend a long time adding details of each individual plant and just create a log of your activities. Well, that's all we've got time for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time on Freya's Tropical Garden. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or X for video updates as well as my flower of the day. And you can email me at freyastropicalgarden@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out my website at freyastropicalgarden.co.uk, where you can find a range of information including public gardens that I've visited and information on plants that have been shown on my videos. I've had so much fun making this video, but if you'd like to make a contribution towards running costs, you can do so via PayPal.